like integrity over everything. Service before self. Excellence everywhere. You get to choose what you're going to be an overbeliever in. All right, here we go. I got 2 words for today, 2 words. Here they are. Chase greatness. Chase greatness. I want to ask you a question today. Here it is. What are your big, great goals? I mean, those big goals, those big dreams that you might not even be so bold as to whisper to your best friend. That you dream of hoisting that state championship trophy. That you dream of one day starting a business. You dream of being an entrepreneur, a business person, of being a musician or an artist. That you have big goals and you can see it in your mind's eye. The thousands of people cheering you on when you hoist that trophy. The money and the status, the impact that you'll be able to make when you build that business that sells for millions and millions of dollars. What it would be like to share your art with people across the world. Whatever your goal is, whatever your big dream, I want to challenge us with this idea today. That as we chase greatness, we must not fall into the trap of if this, then that thinking. Here's what I mean. That as we chase these big goals, we can't find ourselves motivated by what we think we will get if we achieve the goal. That we can't find ourselves being motivated by the praise we think we will get if we hoist the trophy. We can't find ourselves being motivated by the money we think we will earn by building that business. We can't be motivated by what we think we will get if we perform in a certain way. Because friends, anytime we tie our happiness, anytime we tie our value, anytime we tie our worth to an external thing, an external greatness, what will happen is we'll find that it's never enough. No amount of winning, no amount of recruiting, no amount of money, no amount of fame will ever be enough for us, so long as we are driven to chase an external greatness. And so today I want to challenge us that as we set our big goals and our big dreams, that we first chase greatness that is found from within before we chase greatness that is found outside. That the greatness that is within is a greatness that is not contingent upon performance, but instead it is grounded in your character. It is grounded in who you are. That it is committed to and compelled to work by your core values. Those guiding principles in your life, those highest standards that you set. And they're values that come, for some of you from your team, for some of you from your faith, for some of you from those that you look up to the most. But they're your guiding principles. For me, it's things like integrity over everything. The sense that no matter how hard it is to do right, I will always choose that over the easier wrong. It's a sense of service before self. That my talent, my ability, my influence, the reason I have it is to deploy it for the good and in service of others. That I can be confident in who I am, so I don't have to prove who I am, so I can go and serve other people. It's this sense of excellence everywhere, that I'm gonna give the best of me to whatever's in front of me, no matter who it is, no matter what happens around me. I'm giving my best. I'm gonna speak to 10 people, I'm gonna speak to 10,000. I'm gonna give my best. These guiding principles, these core values, they are a greatness that is grounded from the inside out, and they're not contingent upon performance. You could get out and you could win the game or you could lose the game. The scoreboard could call you a winner or a loser, and yet because you competed by your greatness to the standard of your core values, you've achieved greatness. You see, when we chase the greatness on the inside first, what begins to happen is our actions align with our values, and that sets us up to achieve what we need to achieve. That allows us to overcome whatever obstacles are between where we are and where we want to be. But when we chase the outside greatness first, we get caught up in the praise. We get caught up in wanting people to know how good we are. We get caught up in the, I ought to have this. I ought to get more playing time. I ought to be the man. I ought to be the woman. I ought to be the one. We get caught up in all kinds of things that will take our eyes off our core values. Because hear this, friends, and this is important. Whenever we take our eyes off our core values, whenever we take our eyes off the greatness from within and we place it on the greatness that is on the outside, what will always follow is adversity, conflict, and hurt. Whenever you take your eyes off your core value and you begin to chase the wrong greatness, adversity, difficulties, I'm not talking about a challenge or an obstacle. I'm talking about division. I'm talking about conflict between a team. How can a team that is divided reach their goals? They can't. It causes hurt between your teammates, and it causes adversity and conflict and hurt within yourself because you're not living true to who you are. You're trying to become someone else to achieve stuff that will not satisfy you, to impress people that aren't going to be impressed by what you do. But when you keep your eyes on the prize, when you keep your eyes on the greatness that is within, and you begin to apply your core values in service of something bigger than yourself, friends, you can't help but get where you want to be. Think about it. When you chase greatness, when you chase integrity, don't you know, rather than being tempted to tell a white lie or a half truth, you chase after the full truth. You become the kind of person who is known for being trustworthy. What more could you want in a teammate than being trustworthy? When you chase after service, when you chase and you look for opportunities to see the best in other people, to encourage other people, to serve other people, to go out of your way to pick up trash on campus, to go out of your way to give a teammate a ride to a workout, to go out of your way to use your influence as an athlete inside your community to make your community better, how can you not build a sense of commitment to those on your team and in your community? People see your sacrifice, and people will always respond to a leader who sacrifices for them. When you chase after excellence, then when the big stage comes, you don't have to be nervous. You don't have to do something different than you've always done because you've been giving excellence in the workout that nobody saw. You've been giving excellence in the hard two-a-days workouts. You've been giving excellence in the classroom. You've been giving excellence when you wake up in the morning and you have a great attitude, say your affirmations, make your bed, and start your day with a great attitude. You've been giving excellence in every area of your life. And so when you get to a big stage, you don't have to be anybody different than who you've always been. So here's what I want you to hear, friends. That chasing greatness is not chasing titles. It's not chasing records. It's not chasing recruiting or stats. Chasing greatness is chasing becoming the kind of person that lives in alignment with your core values. Because championship people win championships. Don't ever get it confused. Winning games, winning championships does not make you a championship person. Being a championship person makes you a championship person. And that is true greatness. So listen to me, friends. I don't know what your goals and dreams are, big or small, short-term or long, but I do know this, that if you want to find success in the game of sports and the game of life, well, it's not complicated. It's as simple as two words. You got to chase greatness. Let's have a good one today.